Yeah, it's going to take a second to do all the links, so.
Alright.
Sharing it.
I'm on. Hello. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Gonna wait a few minutes for people to start showing up. Hope everybody is having a great week. All right, I can see some people are starting to show up. How is everyone doing today? Hope everyone is having a great week. I'm looking forward to crafting with you today. I see Robin. Hi, Robin. How are you doing? Thanks so much for joining today. Just getting set up a little bit more through some of the sites. Darren's just finishing that up. Darren is going to obviously be moderating for me again today. Thank you, Darren. He's a good sport about that. And I think we'll just go ahead and get started. All right. So today I am really excited to show you.
Robin's on.
Yep, I did say hello to Robin.
Sorry.
Nope, that's okay. I'm going to show you the inspiration kit for October, and we are going to make a project using some of the contents. And actually, I think I'll go ahead and show you a couple of other little things too. So I'm going to go ahead. Hi, Michelle. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to switch off to my other camera view. Hi, Jen. Okay. Oh, I just knocked a bunch of stuff over, so bear with me for a minute. I am long overdue to clean off my craft table. Don't judge. Okay. So first off, let me show you a couple of little things. I'll move this to the side for a minute. So this right here is the ATC kit, and I'll probably make something with this next week, but either way, I want to show you what is in the ATC kit.
Kara and Belinda say hi.
Hi, Kara. Hi, Belinda. You've got this adorable robot. I always forget things are upside down on the phone. Do we have the tablet ready yet?
Working on it.
You're working on it? Okay, thanks, Darren. And then, of course, you get your ATC cards. And these are the cutest little things you ever saw. Little, what do you call these? Cogs and little fun things. You get some glitter, and you've got some crafty wire. And the liquid acrylic, we've got black now, one of those great basic colors that we all need. And then look at all this paper. Oh, this is really fun. This is the shrink film. If you did, if you made Shrinky Dinks when you were little, it's like that. Only I like it better. This is the prism paper. And then I'll just show you the.
Hi.
Who did?
Seal.
Hi,
Candy.
Seal. Hi, Candy. So these are the papers that come in. It's a great kit. I'm excited to play with this, but I am not going to play with it this week, so we will probably play with it next week. I look forward to it. I have lots of fun little ideas going through my head on that. And then I'll show you a couple other things, and then I'll show you the October inspiration kit. So right now, Brutus Monroe has been carrying some of the stamps from Visible Image, and this is one that I happened to pick up. I just think it's beautiful. Who can't use another Christmas sentiment? Sentiments are one of those things that aren't necessarily the first thing I think to buy, because I'm always just drawn by the images, but I'm always so glad when I have a good one, and I think this one's really cute. And then
this to shrink in the oven or with your heat tool.
When you use the Brutus Monroe shrink film, there was a question on how you use it. I just use my heat tool, which is really nice. I think you can use it in the oven, but I've just used my heat tool with it, to be honest with you. And actually, if you check out my YouTube channel, Crafty Shenanigans, there is actually a video on that. Benji and I did one together on that. It's got a gnome on it, if that helps you find it. But anyway, this is called Berry and Leaves. I've heard two different things. I've heard it called Berry and Leaves, and I've heard it called Pile of Leaves. So if you can't find it under one name, you might be able to find it on the other. Thank you, by the way, Ben. Ben brought me my tablet so I can make sure I have everything sitting where it needs to be. But anyway, this is kind of a nice add-on if you want something nice and autumny to go along with your kit. It's just got all these beautiful leaves, and I don't think it just has to be for fall. I think you could do these in beautiful greens and springy colors too. But I just thought this was the prettiest thing, and I am debating. I'm having a hard time deciding what I want to do next week, but I can guarantee this will happen here in the next month or so. So now let's get down to the inspiration kit, which I think is one of my favorite ones so far. So it's called S'more Coffee. And the irony here is that I don't actually drink coffee, but this is such a cute box. And if you like hot chocolate, it translates to hot chocolate or whatever you like, whatever hot beverage. But look at how cute this snap set is. This is what we're going to be using today, by the way. But you've got all of these little marshmallows and all of these little components for your s'mores. You've got your little mugs. You've got this cute hat, winter hat and scarf and gloves, and this little fire. So love this. This all by itself I'm dying over. It's so cute. And then I'll show you the other things that come in the kit. So it also, I kind of showed you the star of the show first, but there's so many fun things. So this is a fun stencil. Let me show you. It looks kind of like a coffee ring, doesn't it? Or a hot chocolate ring if you want to go there. Whatever ring you want it to be. Anyway, it's so fun. I'm excited to play with this. I think that'll make a great, even if you're not using it to look specifically like something, I just think this is going to work so great with some of the mixed media things and just making nice backgrounds. But this is just a really fun stencil to have in your collection. And then there's this textured cardstock, which is really, it's this great toasty, great color, and it has a really fun texture to it. And then we've got, you know how I love the sequins. Always love the sequins. You've got all of these beautiful browns. And then we've got the ribbons. I haven't really given you any time to talk. Is anybody asking any questions? I'm ignoring, sorry.
So far, they asked me about the name of the stamp set, but I find
Oh, the stamp set itself is called S'more Coffee. And it may not be available yet by itself, but it will probably go live very soon if it's not live already. And then we've got the glitter stock, which I just love. And I think I've got it sticking to some other things. And then you've got a little selection of some cardstock papers. So there's the papers that come. And then this little pin is so cute. You've got your little unicorn kind of hanging out of her coffee mug. Cute little wink. And then I will show you the dies. The dies are really fun. I'll have to show you. There's one in particular that I think is my favorite one. So you've got your little coffee mug. And it says cafe on it. And then you've got your little coffee cup. Your little coffee beans. And then look at this spoon. Isn't that the cutest thing you ever saw? So many fun little things. Those dies are so cute. And then I will show you, I love these cards. These cards are really cute. I'm excited to make something with these sometime very soon. And now these are always printed with toner. So you can use these with the foil. But you've got your little... Hi Ken, how you doing? Thanks for joining.
Cindy says hi.
Hi Cindy, how are you doing? So we've got our cute little s'mores on this card. You've got your roasting marshmallow ready to go. And then you've got your coffee or your hot chocolate or your whatever, tea or whatever. And then look at these marshmallows. These ones just crack me up. I think I've got to make something with that very soon. Okay. So now that you've seen the kit, let's go ahead and get started and make something. So we're going to use the S'more coffee set, and we're going to use it with this paper pack, which I absolutely love. This is the Winter Cabin paper pack, and you can see it's got all of these cute plaids. Let me just take them out. I'm not sure if the glare is hitting it or not, but we've got this plaid. I am such a sucker for plaid anyway. I just think it's so fun. So you've got, I think, 3 different plaids. Looks like 3, maybe 4 plaids. So you've got these 4 plaids to work with, and then you've got all these fun wood prints. You've got one that's just kind of got the grain, that's the darker wood, and one that's very similar, only it's a lighter shade. And then it's got these big wood cuts and the smaller wood cuts. So everything you could possibly need for a cabin paper pack. So we are going to go ahead, and I've already...
Says hi.
Who did?
Rose.
Hi, Rose. You'll have to excuse me, Darren. Like I said, I've told you before in other videos, he's across the room, and
I've got a frog in my throat.
he's got a frog in his throat, and I've got the air conditioner running behind me, so bear with me and my deafness. Okay, so I went ahead and I did already stamp these. I used the Detail Raven ink, which is excellent if you like to color and you want a really nice black ink. This is really good. I really like it. But I thought I would show you really quickly how I colored some toasted marshmallows. And so we'll go ahead and get started with that. So I'm going to use Copic markers. I'm just going to do this. If you want to take a screenshot, you can look at the colors. They're basically all in the E ranges, except for the little tongue on the marshmallows, we'll use the R43. And we are going to just start out with the little tongue, get it out of the way. Let me see, I think, yeah, you can see everything. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use, this is E, and then it's got 4 zeros behind it. And this is just a super light, kind of natural color. And I always start with my lightest color first, and we're just going to go kind of along the edges of our marshmallow. And this right here is going to be just kind of where the marshmallow is melty. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the darkest color that I want to use, which I'm not going to go too dark on this one. I think we'll go with E31. And I'm not coloring the whole thing. I'm just kind of giving a hint of this. But what I like about the E with the quadruple zeros is that it just softens our line. We're basically just...
Tina says hi.
Hi, Tina. I like that we can just kind of blend out the lines. So it's just a hint. And I'm not sure how well the camera is picking this up. I'll pick up my Misty. Now you may notice I'm just coloring with my paper still in my Misty, and I will tell you that the reason for that is that when we're done coloring, we're going to stamp it one more time, and I will show you the difference that makes. It adds just enough to your image. It just crispens everything up. Is that a word? Crispen? Okay, so we'll let that kind of dry and do its thing. And we'll move on to one of our...
Katie joined.
Hi, Katie. Let's move on to one of our little character marshmallows. So, one of my very favorite things ever are s'mores. I absolutely love s'mores. So when I saw this set, I fell in love immediately. Not only do I love s'mores, but I just love marshmallows in general. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm just one big marshmallow, but I do love them. And I am going to color all of this marshmallow because he's a toasty marshmallow. Maybe I won't color all the way to the bottom. Let me see what I did. Yeah, we won't go all the way to the bottom. Okay, so now I'm going to take, I've used my lightest color. So now I'm going to take my darkest color. And I just want this little section right here to be the toastiest part of my marshmallow. Like maybe we got a little too close to the fire. Maybe it's for one of those people who likes to catch their marshmallow on fire and then eat it. You guys know anybody like that? Are you one of those people? And I didn't go all the way to the edge because I have not mastered not making my Copic bleed yet. And so I try to stay a little bit further away from the edge so that it has a little room to grow, if that makes sense. So now I'm using my second darkest color, blending that out a little. The first one I used was E29. Well, the very first one I used was the E with the quadruple zeros. And now I just used E35. And I'm actually going to use that up along the edge here. And kind of in right here too. And then I'm going to use E33 next.
Belinda says the best is burned.
Yeah, I like them every way. I do. I like pretty much all the stages of a toasted marshmallow. Unless it's just charcoal, then you kind of lose the marshmallow in there. But I do like that little bit of bitter that you get when you burn your marshmallow a little bit. I'm not going to lie. All right, and then I'm moving on to E31.
Simon Hurley says hello.
Simon, how you doing? Thanks for watching today. And now I'm going to take I'm going back to the original one that I used, the E with the quadruple zeros, and just blending this out a little bit, just so it's not such a distinct line. And you're going to take your color, you kind of slide the color forward. You're basically, the alcohol ink, you're just kind of moving the color around. So we're just blending the dark out a little bit. And that's what kind of gives it that softer look. So that marshmallow, I think, is pretty much ready to go. Let's do the fire next, because I think you've got the basic idea there on that. Let's see, what did I do with my, okay. So we're going to start out with, this is Y35. And I'm going to just quickly color all the flames.
Simon says great coloring. He loves the stamps.
Ah, thank you, Simon. This is a fun set, isn't it? I love it too. So we're just going to, again, I have to be really careful because I tend to go out of the lines if I'm not careful. But when you look at the tips of the markers, they are really fine. If you are really careful, you can get in those little tiny corners fairly well. Please excuse my dog is being ferocious in the background. We have a teeny tiny little dog guarding our house. What kind? I always forget what they're called, Darren. Do you remember what he's called? Starts with an M. Maltese?
Maltese, yeah.
Yes, we have a Maltese, and he is tiny, but he is mighty. Okay, so now I'm going to go right for the darkest color that I'm going to use on my fire. And this is R17. It's called Lipstick Orange. And we are just going to color right in the heart of our fire for a second. And then we will go right into, this is YR04, and it's Chrome Orange. And we are just going to blend that out. Are there any questions at this point? I know I can talk so much that I don't get all the comments addressed?
Nothing so far.
All right, you guys are a quiet bunch today. So I think we pretty well got that. We want there to be a little bit of red. We want the heat to show still.
Michelle said that an old college roommate ate too many burnt marshmallows while drinking hard liquor. She's never ate them since.
Oh yeah, that could be a not very nice situation. Eating too many just in case you didn't hear Darren. Who said it?
Michelle.
Michelle gave us a situation where her roommate in college had too many burnt marshmallows and mixed with some alcohol, and it wasn't pretty. Never had it since. Okay, so now we are going to go back to our original. This is Y35. I think too many burnt marshmallows without the alcohol even would make you pretty sick. Marshmallows are so good, but oh my goodness, when you've had enough, you've had enough. Brutus Monroe had marshmallow, not sure what, marshmallow puff or something. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a squeaky clean, which I loved for Easter last year. It was really good. Okay. So now our fire is pretty much ready. Let's just get the logs that our fire is sitting on. I'm using E55 for the very ends. We want the lightest color down there because that's where the wood's been cut. And actually, let's just do the whole thing. We will. I always have to remind myself to hurry a little faster than I would color if I was just sitting back, relaxing.
Marshmallow Peeps.
Marshmallow Peeps, okay. Yes, it smelled so good. I only have a tiny bit of it left, but I love it. Okay, so I want to go with the darkest color, kind of where it meets the fire. The most shadow would be there, I guess.
Kara said she has 4 bottles.
Oh, Kara, I am so jealous. It does smell good. Okay, so now we're just going to blend that out. See, I'm just moving that darker color out. And I just didn't even use this other color. I think that's good enough. Okay, so I actually cheated, and I have already... Oh, let me show you one thing before I go on. I wanted to show you what happens. So look at these, how they are now. I'll show you up a little closer. And then I'm just going to show you how it just sharpens your image really well if you are able to color within your MISTI and then you stamp it again after you've got it colored. It just makes a cool difference. Okay. So now we'll go ahead and I have the old model, you can see. And you can see it's well loved. And see how it just sharpens that up a little bit? So just a good coloring tip there. So now let's just get some pieces out to our card. So I'm going to do a slimline card. And I actually am using, this is the Slimline Precut card panel. I didn't give Darren a heads up about that, but if you get a chance, Darren, you could put the link in there. Sorry, I didn't give you a heads up on that.
What's that?
It's the Slimline Precut card panel. And we are going to use some of our winter cabin paper. I've got the smaller logs and the bigger logs here, and we are just going to go ahead and adhere those to the top and the bottom. And these panels are great. If you're not sure what size you want to do your slimline, these particular ones are 3.5 inches by 8.5, But there are varying sizes. You can do your slimline whatever size you want. Now we're going to use this. We're going to use our bigger rounder. Well, I guess not rounder, just bigger woodcuts. Okay, so I'm going to do it right against the black so I can kind of see what I'm doing. Missed the edge a little bit. Oops. Ah. Okay. So we'll line that up. We don't want any of the white showing because our background is going to be black. So that would be kind of obvious. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, I've got this little piece of holly cardstock. I think that is the prettiest red. And we are just going to adhere our wood grain onto that. And believe it or not, I'm not really making a fall card today. I kind of went outside of that, but I mean, it can be for fall, but it's not specifically fall. Okay, so we've got that taken care of, and now we're going to put that on top. I have to keep looking at this to see which direction to use my tape runner so I don't put it on there wrong. Okay. I think we'll do it this way. All right, and then let's go ahead and put that on our card base. Now, I used a black card base, so I would probably want to take either I could use this paper or I could just cut another one, but I would either want to write with something like a gel pen that was light, or else I would probably just adhere something like this on the inside to write on. Otherwise, it'll be pretty hard to get our message across on the inside of our card, huh? Okay, oh, and I should also tell you I'm using the Brutus Monroe grid mat. Love that. They come in, I don't even remember how many pages are in it, but it's super cheap. It's a really good deal. I love them. But because I'm using a black card base, I especially wanted to use this so that you could see what's going on. Okay. So we're going to adhere that. I think we've just about got that. I can't promise that it's exactly straight. But I'm going to eyeball it and call it good. Okay, so we've got that ready to go. And now I have to tell you, I am in love with these doilies. I've used them a few times. I just think they are the cutest thing. So these are made out of felt, and they just add so much to your card. So we're going to add one of these to ours. And I think I'm just going to, well, I haven't tried this adhesive on it, but let's try it out and see how it works. See if it works on this. This would probably be better with something like glue dots or something, but it seems to be working so far, so we'll try it out. I'm just going to center that pretty much on there. It seems to be sticking okay, so yay! And now I've just used my cabin paper again, and I just used a little dye with that to create this little heart. And we will go ahead and just put some of the foam squares on the back of that. We want some dimension in there. And I'm going to set that off to the side, I think. And now we are going to use the melty. This is part of our, you could see on the stamp set. Let me grab it. Hang on. it had all the components to make a s'more.
Michelle says adorable.
Oh, thanks, Michelle. Okay, so you've got your graham crackers, you've got your chocolate, you've got your marshmallow. And I decided to make it just look like the marshmallow is melting. So that is what we're going to do, is kind of layer it on top. So let's go ahead and adhere those pieces. We'll put this right here. And then I'm going to use a little foam square on my marshmallow. We'll kind of put that one right there. And then we'll add another one on there. Am I going the right way? Yep. I almost always go backwards first. It's kind of the story of my life. Okay. And then we'll add our other little guy right here. This is making me hungry for a s'more. Okay, now we have, okay, so Brutus Monroe also has these awesome sequins. They're fun because sequins are usually so shiny. These ones are fun because they're a wood grain. I don't know if you can see that. And this one's actually called Natural Birch, but I love them because they work especially well on masculine cards. Sometimes you just don't want it shiny. Sometimes you just need a little something without being too glitzy. As if there's anything such thing as glitzy, but too glitzy, but I guess there is sometimes, right? Okay. So we are going to add our sentiment. I'm just kind of deciding where we want to put it. Do we want to move it up a little bit? What do you guys think? We could put it there, or we can move it down a little bit. I'm leaning towards the bottom. What do you guys think?
Michelle asked, are those the ones that came in the kit?
The sequins are not. These sequins are not the ones that came in the kit. But they are available. Darren will put up the link. Darren already did put up the link, apparently. Okay, so I'm going to go with this down at the bottom. The ones that came with the kit, I will show you again. They're a little more elegant than these ones are. These ones have a little bit more rustic flair to them. The ones from the kit, I just set to the side, but do you think I can find it? Oh, there they are. Okay. These are the ones from the kit. So they're more shiny. Okay, and so let's add a foam square to our fire. Oh, I didn't add glue to my sequins. They're not going to stay very well without that, are they? All right, so we're going to add our sequins. All right. So we have our little card. It says, "You make me melt." I thought that was just so dang cute. I love this stamp set so much. I have so many ideas for this stamp set. I can't promise I won't use it again because I love it so much.
Asked you to flip it so they can see it.
Yep, just did.
Okay, delay it.
So much fun. Now, I will tell you, there is one thing I forgot to show you from the kit. I pulled it out and I didn't show it to you. This is a marshmallow puff. It's embossing powder. And I haven't tried it out yet, but it would be cute to do a sentiment and just make the sentiment all puffy. But I didn't do that because I wanted to use the "You Make Me Melt." but I want to do that. I'm Kara, that's a good idea. Thanks for reminding me. I'm going to have to look through and see if I've got that and make sure I make use of that. All right. Well, that's everything. But I have one kit that I am disappointed with. So hopefully you like them too. And thank you so much for joining me today. Let me actually flip the phone and I'll say a proper goodbye.
You're a little glitchy in there, everybody. I'm not sure if it's us or not.
Oh, hopefully the glitch has stopped. Sorry about that. I do want to say thank you so much for joining me, and I appreciate you so much. I will be on again next week, same time, same day, and we'll make something else crafty. I love all of our Brutus Monroe products. We have so many fun things to play with. So I will either do the robot or maybe I'll just surprise you. So I will see you next week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.